Yes.
Yeah. I'm not going to read from the wonderful and beautifully done FP and Q
That's what I thought.
volume, because I haven't, partly because I haven't worked out how to read the things in there. Yeah, I'm very slow at working out how to read things. I'm going to read you two things I have worked out how to read. The danger of that is that one or two of you may have heard one of these before. But but these are contemporaneous with the FP then Q title that were written last year at almost exactly the same time. But this first one is a piece called Cut. And this is a piece about the cuts, and I began at a place called the Cut, which is near Waterloo Station, and then walked to lots of places in London that had been affected by the cuts, which aren't very difficult to find. I wanted to walk to Nick Clegg's house, but I wasn't able to find out where it was. So if anybody can tell me, then I can do that and add it to this poem. And it's partly indebted to a Belgian artist, Francis Alice, who does these strategic walks, and he tends to film them. This is here the record is purely written with little or no editing. So it's called Cut. A man stops, cut, to check his hair, cut in the window of fresh cut sandwiches, cut the young, cut a cyclist, cut pulls up outside the Calder, cut Southwark College, cut cost cutter, cut 60 portraits of Jubilee line staff, cut DGS scaffolding, cut Roland Hill, cut house, cut want a job, cut a job with top employers, cut a cut Mary Wollstonecraft blue, cut safety, cut 2 community support, cut officers, cut pass on bikes, cut a man in shades jogging towards cut Frank's cafe, cut special lunch, cut board, cut meeting, cut half the seats empty, cut a man, cut fingers his cavity, cut police, cut helicopter, cut eye, way, cut sunflower, cut seeds, cut river police, cut a man jogs across the bridge to cut City of London school, cut speed camera, cut grade A officers to cut it's okay, cut zips up open bag, cut bells ringing, cut man in a green, cut fleece, cut pulls a green, cut wheelie bin, cut a pastoral, cut Arab, cut design, cut excavations, cut safe, crane campaign, cut long, cut coat, cut policeman, cut and woman, cut on the beat, cut bankers, bonuses, cut HSBC, cut stock, cut market, cut bank, cut of England, cut a policeman, cut holes up the traffic, cut to cut let the police, cut escort, cut pass, cut fresh figs, 3 for £1.20, cut meal deal, £1.99, cut I told her, cut not to listen, cut Christian, cut aid, cut Trousson's menswear, cut Waterloo job shop, and cut Ryman's, cut half price sale, cut Angela's nails, cut a cigar, cut English, cut language, cut school, cut the cut bridge, cut lights up, cut St Thomas's Hospital, cut the London, cut a major new office, cut 2 policemen on the cut number 77, cut children's play, cut souvenirs, cut Florence Nightingale, cut museum, cut lupus unit, cut A&E, cut county hall, cut hot dog, cut houses, cut parliament, cut big, cut Ben, cut laughter, cut bagpipes, cut my dad went to London, cut my dad went to London, cut and all I got, cut was this poem, cut a man holding his daughter, cut by the hand, cut a cigar, cut clamped between his lips, cut tourists, cut photograph a red, cut cardboard, cut model, cut a Big Ben, cut 5 days to power, cut the journey, cut to cut coalition, cut coalition, cut Britain, cut HM revenue, cut and customs, cut security man outside, cut outside the door, cut checks, passes, cut cabinet, cut war rooms, cut Downing Street, cut protected, cut by armed, cut police, cut recycling, cut flowers, cut, that's the whole plan, unfortunately, cut the sculpture academy, cut, I'm just bored, cut, I've been bored for a long, long time, cut the Union Street Urban Orchard, cut scrap tyres, cut, I just thought that would cut Novus Gallery, cut Financial Times, cut the coach driver, cut sits doing a puzzle, cut view of Canary Wharf, cut the tide, cut middle-aged man, cut sweat on his forehead, cut jogging in the cycle lane, cut award-winning traditional ales, cut you're so charismatic, cut London 2012, cut office workers outside smoking at Lawrence, cut urban, cut beach, cut a man, cut holds out a leaflet, cut cigarette, but cut, that's what I hate, cut number 15, route master, cut to Tower Hill, cut public convenience, cut, see, there, it's the building with the cut post office, cut free eye test, cut with purchase, cut Hawke and Shackleton, cut, they were wicked, cut just a power cut, okay, cut by, cut a man with a purple dustpan and brush outside, cut man, cut with a red, cut tie, cut the tower of cut, I'm addicted to that cake, cut England, cut flags out for the match, cut buses on rail replacement service, cut look, left, cut weight limit 17 tons, cut glimpse of the gherkin, cut dirty dancing in its 5th year and hotter than cut London Metropolitan University, cut university, cut Spittle Fields, cut health centre, cut my sister got some cut halal meat, cut corner, cut it's difficult, cut at the end, cut they're not listening, cut stall holder crooning, cut I'm never gonna fall in, cut cancer care, cut museum of childhood, cut coach driver, cut stands on the pavement in shirt sleeves, cut sipping, cut a cut of cut lumps for 2 miles, cut London Chest Hospital, cut man passes on a bike with 16-inch wheels, cut lost cat small tabby and cut baptisms, cut the Walker Newby Centre, cut a man with a leaf blower, cut clears in front of the gates, cut of Victoria, cut statue, cut of a dog, cut cyclists, cut collide, cut a squirrel, cut blue benches, cut I'm robbing a bank, cut boy chewing gum, cut cyclist with a Bernard Shaw beard, cut young, cut do not feed the squirrels, cut loud crow call, cut pink tower block, cut canal, cut noise of a saw, cut swan on the water lifts its wing, cut lock gates, cut cranes, cut above the rooftops, cut skeleton of the stadium, cut Victoria Park Industrial Centre, cut Westgate Reproductions, cut Noreg Auto Spares, cut a Union Jack painted on the fence, cut Olympic Park Gate 14, cut White Post Lane, cut road closed, cut security gate, cut no entry without a pass, cut black head of an Alsatian, cut in a yellow triangle, cut security boat patrols the canal, cut graffiti, cut on a tree stump, cut outside the Olympic Park, cut I used to be a tree, cut loudspeaker, cut thank you for your perseverance, cut team stadium, cut considerate constructors improving the image of cut construction, cut homework club, cut are you in secondary school, cut would you like cut some academic support, cut are you looking for somewhere quiet, cut with computers, cut living, cut space, cut Waterloo Action Centre, cut he's trying to fucking mess me up, cut Waterloo Food Grain Group, cut meditation, cut real ale, cut under, cut offer, cut London, cut network, cut a man in a cut community, cut housing, cut Hercules News, cut he also had a pig farm which was Cut William Bligh, 1754 to 1817, commander of the Bounty, lived here. Cut Imperial, cut war, cut museum, cut the best of the revolutionary, cut speed, cut camera, cut a cigar, cut St. John the Evangelist, cut one, cut world, cut shop, cut voice factory, cut King's College, cut a blue pipeline, cut there was this girl, cut this girl, cut she was saying, cut definitely time to go, cut we're experts, cut in migration, cut. So what were you told? Cut about nasturtiums, cut national, cut theatre, cut Big Ben visible through the spokes, cut of the London Eye, cut. And there's a little piece to finish off, which is it's Dante's Inferno, Canto 32 to 3. It's a bit of 32 and a bit of 33. You, I shouted, you on top, what fury makes you suck the very marrow from that meat? What hatred feeds your appetite? If you've good reason to take such revenge, tell me what it is, and I will repay your trust, repeating your words in the world above, if my tongue doesn't dry up first. Raising his mouth from that horrible snack, this blood-soaked shade wiped his lips clean on the squashed thatch of that head he had chewed up behind, then spoke. You've got a cheek, wee man, asking me to rake over the coals of a grief so desperate that the very thought of it freezes my bones. But if my words are to be a seed that may bear the fruit of infamy for this traitor that I know, then prick up your ears, for you shall hear me weep and gasp at once. I've no idea who you are, nor what business brings you tripsing around down here, but something in your voice tells me that you were once from Belfast. Know then that I was Bobby Sands, and this here is Maggie Bloody Thatcher. Now let me tell you why I am so unneighbourly. Maybe I've no need to tell you that it was her government that locked us up with common criminals, denying us political status when there was a war on. But the cruelty of my imprisonment you cannot imagine. When they took away our fucking clothes, we went on the blanket. When they emptied our chamber pots all over our fucking beds, only then did we start our dirty protest. The stench was appalling. The cells were literally covered in shite, and everywhere you looked there were flies and maggots. It was like something out of Dante, only this was really happening in 1979. Through the thick pane of frosted glass, I gazed on many passing moons, when I woke to the banging of truncheons on perspex. Before you could say up the IRA, we were ripped from our cells and dragged along the corridor by our legs. Then we ran the gauntlet of the rank riot police, who hit us with truncheons as we passed. We were kicked and pushed to the floor, where they held us down, then sheared us like sheep, scrubbing us with floor mops before they tossed us back inside our cells. They had done their best to break us and had failed, when at last they seemed to give in to our demands. But it was a lousy trick. The clothes they offered were not our own. We trashed the place, screaming blue murder, vowing revenge on the whole pack of them. The next day we sat in silence, and the day after that as well. It was around the time they brought our food that the idea came to me that it worked in the past, so why not try it again? Hunger strike. But this one would be to the death. Each striker starting at intervals, and each time one of us died, another man would step into his shoes. It's no joke watching yourself die like that. The pain is indescribable as you start digesting your own innards. Anyone but the immovable Thatcher would have compromised before 10 men died. But all she said was a crime is a crime is a crime. When he had spoken these words, he rolled his eyes like a famine victim, then seized the miserable skull with his teeth, which as a dog's were strong upon the bone. O Longcash, blot upon the landscape of that fair country where the sound of I is heard. So what if Bobby Sands bombed the Balmoral Furnishing Company? Did that give you the right to make him and 9 others die before letting the politicals wear their own shirts? The greatest betrayal in politics is retrenchment, and the British government's inflexibility, matched only by the inflexibility of the hunger strikers themselves, prolonged the conflict by 20 years. Thank you, that's all.